We have several different types of volunteers who may come in groups from schools or other organizations. Then we have our individuals, and they come in all ages.
14 to on up. We don't have a maximum. We do have a minimum age of 14 years.
But whatever their ages or qualifications, Nancy Overman and her volunteer services team can find them a place in any number of areas and activities at the Springs.
Volunteers provide support in a variety of areas at the Springs Preserve. They include propagation, the gardens, as well as the museums here, which would be Origin, the Sustainability Gallery, the Design Lab, library, as well as on the trails.
Following a few hours of orientation, we encourage our volunteers to commit to some kind of schedule.
We ask that our volunteers serve a minimum of 4 hours a week, that's all. Some of our volunteers are not able to do that, so we're flexible. And then we have some volunteers that give more.
Just like Ramona Leslie, who has been giving of her time since before the beginning of the preserve.
I started volunteering across the street in Propagation, and we got to come over here 2 or 3 times during the construction process, and I knew that I wanted to volunteer over here too.
You'll find her every Wednesday morning out on the trails early and then waiting later at the trailhead to act as a guide for Springs guests.
I try to make 2 rounds between 8 and 10. Sometimes there are early walkers out there, and that's generally a good time also to see the birds and the critters before it gets really hot. I bring my binoculars, my bird book every week when I come, so I'm educating myself and being able to pass that on to the visitors.
People like Ramona bring so much to the Springs that it's the least we can do to honor our teen and adult volunteers with annual award ceremonies, plus other incentives.
Volunteers also have an opportunity to become members. They also have an opportunity to earn free tickets to the Springs Preserve, discounts at the gift shop and the cafe.
But most of them already know just how essential they are to the daily operation and future of the Springs.
It's not like we're just here without being noticed, because all of our volunteer hours are logged and really make a big difference in what happens here and what can happen here.
As the Springs grows, so will the need for volunteers. So it's pretty likely there's a place for you, and we have a simple process to help us find it together.
Volunteers to be can go to the springspreserve.org website, so they can apply right online, or they can call us at area code 702-822-7751, and we'll be happy to mail them an application.
And the interview process should be easy if you have just a few essential qualifications.
An interest in volunteering, an interest to learn, enthusiasm, just a passion. You don't have to have any previous knowledge. We'll train. We're just looking for people who have some time to give, and we'll do the rest.